beautiful, isn't it? Oh, hey everyone, I'm Big John, and welcome to another episode of the Diz Ability Show live. This week, coming to you from the KOA Holiday Resort in Kissimmee. Alright, so this week, I want to talk about handling crowds. So, this past week, the crowds at the parks have been depending because at some of the parks we have been, there have been some high school students who have been doing some stuff for Imagination Campus or a big cheerleading show that Universal did the other day. And you always gotta be ready for crowds, probably especially with spring break coming up and some school and a lot of people from New England, where I am, will make their way down. So you got to figure out how to handle the crowds, do what I do when you can't, when a line is too crowded, you can, if you have the money, get a lightning lane, or if you have the DAS pass like I do, use that to get a return time. That way you're still enjoying your day without handling the crazy crowds. So anyway, that's my tip. As always, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, hi Disney D. Make sure you like and subscribe. All right. If you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. And now it's time for this week's Top 5. So, I got to do some pretty great things this week. So, this week, we are going to cover the top 5 things that I have gotten to do this week. Number 5, yesterday I checked out for the very first time the new DVC lounge in Frontierland at the Magic Kingdom. We went in there with my boy Mike the Park Knight, and it's small, but the theming was perfect, to say the least. And I definitely liked it. We stocked up on some those Graham Bug Bites. They'll be perfect for my ride home later. And number 4 was checking out the new Zootopia show in the Tree of Life at Animal Kingdom. Yes, I tried. We got to do Zootopia Better Zoogether, and I will say that it is a definite improvement over Tough to Be a Bug. If you've been with me for a long time, you would know that I have loathed Tough to Be a Bug. But the new Zootopia show was perfect. Sure, they kept the part where things were crawling under your seat, but it was. But other than that, it was still a fantastic show. All right, number 3, checking out the Mardi Gras parade at Universal Studios. So, one of the big parts of the week, of course, was doing Universal Studios. Hello, Wild Ann. And because my aunt wanted to try Epic Universe, we'll talk about that more in just a few minutes. But yeah, we did the Mardi Gras parade. It was so much fun. I'll have a video of that. It's coming soon coming soon in the future. But It was really authentic to a real New Orleans parade, right down to the trucks that were pulling the floats, which I think was cool, and having guests in costumes throw beads to the guests, which I think is pretty good. Number 2, explore Seuss Landing at Islands of Adventure. So, my mom and I are huge Dr. Seuss fans, and we just love the theming of Seuss Landing. It felt like you were right in a Dr. Seuss book. And and some people, while you don't know, is how I celebrate Seuss Day by watching all the classic Dr. Seuss TV specials, which I know it's cringy, but you gotta. And the number one thing that I got to do this week was check out Epic Universe. So, that's right. I mean, it really lived up to the name, you know, and all three of the Universal parks were great, other than the fact that I could barely film because of their rules of no video recording the rides. But still, Epic Universe was so much fun. And especially doing the Mario Kart ride, which I'm also a huge Mario Kart art player, and I loved it so much. I mean, I'll admit, Universal grew on me, but I'll always be top Disney. All right, so that's this week's top 5. Now, you may have noticed in the title that me teasing a brand new segment here on the show. Since we have done Universal, I have decided to put Diz or Dat into retirement, and we are going to debut a brand new segment coming up on the show called Theme Park Throwdown, where we will discuss the similarities and differences between Disney and Universal. Now, I have not come up with a great topic for that for this week, but I just wanted you guys to know that this new segment will definitely help bring in some people and have you guys decide what similarities are better between Disney and Universal. And now it's trivia time. So last week we asked which Grammy award-winning singer and songwriter composed the songs for Tarzan. One of our viewers from last week's show, Kara Regan, gave us the correct answer of Phil Collins. And now here is this week's trivia time question. And this one is in honor of the trailer for Toy Story 5 that dropped yesterday. All right, here's the question. What was the name of Jesse's original owner in Toy Story 2? Be the first one in the chat or in the comments with the correct answer, and you will receive 100 cool points. Now, as I said, we got to do a lot of great things this week, and there's going to be some great content coming up in the coming weeks. You're going to see, of course, my video from the new Zootopia show at Animal Kingdom. You're going to see, of course, some Dapper Dans. You're gonna see some videos of the high school marching bands at Epcot, and you're gonna see some great content in the future. And I still have a couple stuff from October that have yet to be uploaded. And don't forget, our March Madness tournament starts in just a couple weeks. So make sure that you like and subscribe in the future because we've got so much coming up, especially with our next trip in April. So make sure that you are fully subbed and ready for that. So anyway, that's our show. As I said, if you have any questions on how to do Disney for people with disabilities, let me know in the chat if you're watching this live or in the comments if you're watching this later, and I'll make sure it gets into a future episode. For this week, shout outs, of course, my buddy Mike, the park knight. We hung out yesterday at the Magic Kingdom, had lunch at Liberty Tree. Definitely check him out, check his channel out. Also, make sure you guys check out Nate, aka Paging Mr. Morrow. He does great content from the parks all the time. Definitely check him out as well. Let's see who else. Oh yeah, make also my pal Tamia over at Tamia Smiles. She does great content on both her YouTube and her Instagram. Definitely check her out. Also, make sure you guys check out Micah Barnaby's channel, World of Micah. He does great vlogs from the parks and a lot of other great places as well. Definitely check him out as well. If you haven't subscribed here yet to the Big John Network, what in the Walt Disney World are you waiting for? And ding the bell for notifications so you never miss a second of the fun. And until next time, may the mouse